What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's having a great day. So today we're going to do a quick little video on beneficial insects. I've had quite a few questions about this. As you know, I do release quite a bit of ladybugs in my grow tent, and this is because a while back I ended up having a mealybug infestation, and I had to do something about it because it got pretty bad. But this is what this video is going to be about. It shouldn't be too long, just a quick little overview, and let's go ahead and get into it. So, beneficial insects. So there's a few types that you can go with, and we'll just name them off real quickly. You could either go lacewings, you can go praying mantis, mealybug destroyers, or the famous of them all, ladybugs. I personally go ladybugs, but I will cover the others just so that way your options are more open. Lacewings. I haven't personally used them myself. I have tried maybe once or twice way back then. Nothing that I could actually see that my plants looked any different, looked any better. Honestly, I didn't even see that many when I first introduced them. Most of the time when you do get them, they're in like an egg kind of pod thing. It really depends on your environment that you use to get them to hatch. And like I said, it's just that the pitcher plants will end up eating them as in their larva stage. So I personally don't recommend them. Not really good for my use. Maybe if you have a greenhouse, maybe it's a little different. But that's just a little overview for the lacewings. Is the praying mantis. Praying mantis, absolutely cool insect of all time, predator of all, but when it comes to being a beneficial insect for your plants, I do not recommend them. When they first hatch out of the egg case, they are very, very delicate. More than likely, they will actually end up attacking each other before even getting to the point where they want to start eating mealybugs, scale, or any of that type of pests that you would have on your plant. And the success rate of getting them to get to the adult size is actually very low, other than like if you were personally just trying to take care of them and hatch them and make sure they're all big. But when it comes to a beneficial insects towards your plants, I do not recommend them. Sorry. Last but not least, for the beneficial insects that is not the ladybug, would be the mealybug destroyer.
Contact destroyer.
The mealybug destroyer. As when they start, they look like a little mealybug, and they're actually there to protect your plant. They will eat anything and everything that is soft-bodied when it comes to a type of pest. They are the closest cousin to the ladybug. They actually look exactly, except they're black and orange, other than being red and polka dot. But they are 10 times more expensive. I cannot stress on how much more expensive they are than ladybugs. For a case of like 50 mealybugs, it can cost you upwards of $100 or even $50. It depends on where you want to buy them. They're not very available anywhere, usually on eBay or private sites, but then again, they are still charging you a buttload of money. So, for me, awesome bug, but not right for Nepenthes. If you have just normal houseplants, I think those are absolutely spot on. They will stay on your plants more than a ladybug would. Ladybugs love to explore more than a mealybug destroyer. I have used them in the past, but just a little too expensive for my use. And like I said, more than likely they'll end up falling in pitchers, and you don't want to pay $100 for your plants to just eat. Now, let's talk about the one and only, the famous, the biggest, the craziest John C. Ladybugs. Overall, they're just probably the best beneficial insect that you can have in any grow space, in my personal opinion. First off, the price is right when it comes to the amount that you get. For just anything close to like $3,000 to $5,000, you'll pay upwards about $36 to $50. And then if I do personal orders of about 10,000 every month, and that only costs me just under about $70, and that's 10,000 ladybugs. I usually release about 3,000 at a time. As you can see here, 3,000 at a time, and they do an absolutely great job. I usually do an introduction of more ladybugs every month, but let's say that it starts to get drier. Maybe I see a mealybug or something like that I don't have any idea how it got into my tent from previous. Then I will add probably another 3,000 for the next, probably add a double, so about 6,000 ladybugs into the grow space. But I haven't had to do that. I usually just add 3,000, and the reason I have to add them is obviously because they will fall into the pitchers to their doom, but it also provides food for your plant, so it's not something you have to stress about, because these plants are predators. They do need to eat. I have tried different types such as like fish food and stuff like that, but I've seen the best results when it comes to live insects. Other than that, ladybugs, when they are in the larva stage, they will do just the most damage to any soft-bodied insects, just like a mealybug destroyer, but they don't have any resemblance towards a mealybug. They are more black and orange in color. Usually you'll see their little eggs underneath the leaves or even on the tip of the leaf, but I have not had them to the point where they have started breeding within the tent. I don't think the temperature is right for me, but if someone does have, like, let's say an open garden or a greenhouse, you are more likely that they will end up breeding within your space, which is 100% good for you, because you don't have to start, keep spending money on purchasing ladybugs. All right, so I think that pretty much wraps it up for the introduction of, or an explanation of, my ladybugs and or beneficial insects that are currently in my grow space. I do not use anything else. I did not want to go with neem oil just because I've had some plants actually die when I sprayed them with neem oil. Maybe just a little bit ends up getting in the pitcher. The pitchers will usually die off if it even gets in there. I only use neem oil if it's absolutely necessary, but I have not had to use it in a while since I've been using ladybugs. So if you're interested in looking at ladybugs, always check eBay. I personally do sell them on my website, but that is up to you. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.